It's not always easy bringing a new kitty into your household. There may be some hissing involved, but there are some things you can do to make this easier. Hi everybody and welcome to Cats and Pats. So chances are if you're watching this channel, you either have a cat or are planning on getting one soon. The only thing that may be holding you back is maybe your age, your location, money, but one day soon, you know you'll have a kitty of your own. And I'm excited for you. And if there's one thing I know about kitties, is that it's hard to own just one. That's not just me, right? Doesn't everybody want multiple kitties? Well, unless you happen to adopt a pair of siblings, you're always gonna run into a potentially tough situation. And that situation is this. You have one kitty that's been living with you and has established their domain, and then you have a new kitty that's coming into a brand new environment and they don't know what's up from down. And this is something I've touched on in the past live stream or two. By the way, if you want to be there for those, then hit the little notification bell thing to get notifications of everything Cats and Pats. Which some people will ask you that and they upload 10,000 videos and your phone's going off every 2 minutes. But from Cats and Pats, you'll see just one a week. But that will keep you up to date if you want to be part of live streams, which have been a lot of fun, so thank you to everybody that's been coming out to those. Okay, so people have asked me, what's the best way to introduce a new cat into the household? I have a few tips that worked well for me and my family growing up, and this may just be a part 1 of this video. If I make a part 2, it'll be the first thing in the description below. But I wanted to get this video out to the world sooner rather than later. Okay, a few caveats. There's no one end-all be-all solution or formula to follow. All I'm sharing is what I know, what has worked for me in the past, and I'm not guaranteeing success. Along those lines, some kitties are true loner kitties. They may perfectly enjoy your company, but not desire or may even dislike the company of other cats. So that being said, let's get into it. Yes, there might be a little bit of hissing, but that's not bad. My 3 kitties that are all best buddies now all started out hissing at each other. We have this really great photo of a tiny Moo Moo when we first got Big Orange, and he's like sitting on the edge of the couch cushion with like big wide eyes. And I mean, Moo wasn't hissing because he's a wee baby kitten, but he looks terrified. So starting out, let your new cat get familiar with their surroundings. You should set up an area that'll be like their territory. You can have like a box or a bed or like a box bed, maybe a scratcher, a litter box. It's also good to have some like hidey hole areas where your new cat can go and like hide and chill out and relax and feel safe. Also make sure your original kitty has a place where they can go and hide and hang out themselves. With your new kitty, play with them a little bit, try to get them used to the house, kind of get them used to their surroundings. You're just trying to make them a little more comfortable so you're not throwing like everything at them at once. You don't want to be like, here's your house, here's your new best friend. It's a lot to handle. Oh yeah, so I should mention that this process will take some time. Some cats may get along instantly, but I think that's far less common. Most often it'll take a few days or maybe even a few weeks. On the more extreme end, it may take a few months for your cats to get used to each other. Now let's get smelly. By which I mean your cat relies heavily on smells and scents. So one thing that we always did was try to swap the scents of the cats and get their smells on each other. One simple way of doing this is to pat one cat and then go pat the other cat. And after you've pat that cat for a little while, go back to the other one. So you have Cats and Pats. Boom! So yeah, you go back and forth and repeat this often. Any oils from one cat will get transferred to the other cat. You may even transfer some hairs in the process. Some people even recommend getting like a sock and like slipping it over your hand and then patting your cat's like face and get all those facial pheromones and do the same sort of back and forth thing. You're just trying to do that cross-pollination between your cats. Another less direct but similar method is to do bedding swaps. You know just as well as I do that cats don't usually have like one set bed, but for like a week at a time they like to sleep on a particular towel or on a particular mat or something like that. So what you can do is take those towels or mats or whatever bed your cat has and then swap it with the other cat. Once again, you're just trying to swap their scents and get them used to each other's company. Another idea I read is to have like a little barrier between your cats when you're trying to introduce them. So maybe you have like a screen door or even like a regular wooden house door. Your cats can get close together and kind of smell each other and kind of get a feel for each other, but they don't have any real chance of showing aggression. With like a bedroom door, you could crack it open with a wedge and your cats may be able to like peek at each other, kind of sniff each other, maybe bat at each other's paws. But once again, you still have that nice divider so they're kind of in their own little space. If you're introducing your kitties and you start seeing aggressive behavior, like their ears are flattened down, they're hissing, they're spitting, they're crouched down like they're gonna pounce, then you need to shut that down. Some ideas are doing the old loud clapperoo. That may be enough to deter them. If you have a big pillow, you can toss that near them and that will usually distract them and stop whatever's happening. Or maybe you can do a spray bottle with water. I haven't tried a spray bottle much, but I think it might be a good way because like when you spray your cat, they're just like, ugh, stop it. If they are being aggressive, you should try to separate them and kind of herd them apart from each other. Also, if it's just a quick hiss, which will happen even as they start getting used to each other, just like a firm no might do the trick. Okay, so my other big tip for introducing new kitties is shared positive mutual experiences. Shared positive positive mutual experiences. Just a fancier way of saying good times. So what bonds you to other people? It's when you're both doing something you enjoy and you're having a good time. The same thing goes for cats. Start doing the things that your kitties like when they're together. For example, if you like giving your kitties treats, do it when they're together. Get them at a comfortable distance, which may be 3 feet or maybe 10 feet, depending on how far along you are in this process, and then feed them treats. The next day, get them a little bit closer, do the treats again. And so you're just trying to work them closer and closer together. You want to start associating these good feelings of eating treats, or whatever your activity is, with being in sight of the other cat or being able to smell the other cat. Similarly, you can try to do the same thing with petting and playing. Maybe you can put a cat on either side of your body and pet them both at the same time. Or maybe you have 2 toys and you can kind of play with them both at the same time. Like I mentioned before, a cracked door can be a good separator. And you can take turns on either side of the door playing with one cat and the other, and then maybe have like the toys in between the crack. And this can especially work well if you have like string toys or like catnip mice that have like tails on the end of them, that your cats can kind of play around and bat underneath the door. Or you know how they do that thing where they reach their paws underneath the door? That sort of thing. So they're starting to play together more, but they're not like right up against each other. So yeah, do you have any recommendations about introducing new kitties? And did you find this helpful? Let me know about it down below. And while you're here, I have a lot more informational videos about cats, as well as some fun DIY videos. What YouTube thinks you'll like the most will show up right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.